My baby never let me down. My baby never. It's action. You are the key to my heart.
On our recurring segment of Afam sings the hits.
Badly.
Afam sings the hits horribly. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hi. How's it going? Afam said I should have energy. So this is me having energy.
We've started.
Yes, we have.
We're live. Okay, cool. Yeah,
what's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 30% podcast. This is episode 31 of the 30% podcast. We decided to switch it up. I'm sure every single time you've heard this podcast, you've heard Afam's voice in the beginning. But now it's time to listen to my sultry. No, sultry is, I don't think, it's sultry for guys. My very male-ish sultry voice. This is a disaster. Afam, how's your week, man?
I'm doing good, bro. Yeah, I'm doing fantastic.
Yo, you have to say something. You have to save me. You're just sitting there making me make a fool out of myself.
No, I'm not. I was just waiting for you to introduce me. So now I'm just like,
yeah. So, sorry. This podcast is hosted by Sam. I'm terrible at this. I'm sorry. Sam and my co-host. Clap it up for my co-host.
So hilarious intro.
This is terrible. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes, my co-host, your co-host, Afam. Yay. Woo. Let's clap it up. Yes, Sam, as you had asked, I am doing fine. Just chilling. So it's actually sunny today, which is so strange.
Listen, honestly, all this negative 13, negative 12 has to stop. We're not doing this anymore.
Crazy, bro. Like what?
We're not doing this anymore.
Europe.
No.
And then the most ironic thing is the hottest day ever recorded in history of mankind was one of the coldest days over here. I was like, bruh.
It was crazy. I was under 3 duvets, honestly. It was terrible.
I know, man. I was so happy I didn't have to work from the studio, man.
Yeah.
At least I could have my heater on and just like, you know.
Hey, you guys have heaters?
Bro, yeah, we have a heater. Yeah, bro, I'm not playing in this cold, man.
My heater broke conveniently when the cold started. It's so bad.
So condolences.
Yeah,
condolences.
It's horrible.
And commiserations. But like, yeah, I've been good, man. I've recently started watching this new show called. It's not a new show, but it's new to me anyway. It's called The Bear. Have you watched it?
The Bear?
Yeah,
I've seen it a lot on a lot of news about it floating on Twitter. People are giving it really good reviews. What's it about?
It's really nice, man. I finished season 1 last night. I mean, only has 2 seasons out so far. And it's really nice, man. It's shot really well. And it's just kind of like a deep dive into, like, it's about this, I'm not giving spoilers, but it's just about this chef.
Spoiler alert.
I'm not giving any spoilers. This is just basically the general plot. It's about this chef and he's trying to revive like his family's restaurant, and it's very stressful. And it's just kind of like, you get it, like, especially if you're an adult trying to like...
Yeah.
salvage something. It's just, I don't know, I'm trying not to give too many spoilers, but it's just very relatable.
I'll check it out.
Very relatable.
I'll definitely check it out. You see, my issue is for some reason I find it very difficult staying awake during things. If it's not something I'm learning, like a documentary, my brain goes into standby mode and I just fall asleep. So I usually won't watch movies just because, unless it's like I'm watching it for a specific reason, like the new Spider-Man, because the animation is really good and all that business, or I'm watching for a specific storyline. If I'm not learning anything, my brain just goes zoop, and that's it.
Yeah, but the Bear is nice because the episodes on average are like 30 minutes long, which is perfect. But aside from me watching the Bear, this week I don't think I made too much music. This week was a quiet week. This week was a quiet day. This week was a quiet one for me. How about yourself?
That's cool. What was up this week? I don't know. I feel like I was on vacation this week. Honestly, I mean, I did work. I did some stuff, but I didn't do as much as I wanted to. I spent a lot of time just chilling, which is not good. But we're back on the grind now. chasing the mullah, chasing the guap, chasing the chama status, wink, wink.
Oh God, we'll get into Chama status later on into the pod.
Should we?
Yes, we will. Yes,
but
we
yeah.
will.
So yes, thank you guys for being with us today. We really appreciate every single each one of you. And yeah, let's get into it.
I'm so finished. I'm usually okay.
Man.
Yeah, listen,
This
Sam.
is great.
Listen, let's get
great.
right into it.
Oh, we didn't do like a nice 31 pun. But I think I'm enough jokes for the 31st
Sam,
episode.
right now, do you know? Right now, you're breaking the fourth wall for the people listening. You've really broken the wall.
My
right
intro
now.
is enough jokes for the 31st podcast. We don't need.
I feel like your intro is a satirical take on me, on my intros. Like, I feel like
you're not doing the science. You haven't been doing the education. You're not doing the science. You need to put the numbers together, Afam. You're talking about you can multiply CJ and divide by what, and you can't just do simple science.
But it's crazy. Listen, ask me. You,
Right,
do you
guys,
want to
so
do it
Afam
here
has
on the
this.
podcast?
Afam has a theory that he recently just figured out this morning. Actually.
I'm sure it's been discovered.
Yeah,
by
there's a Japanese
else,
guy somewhere who has been beat
myself.
by 100,000 years. But all right,
Yes.
so do you want to tell us what your theory is? Briefly.
No, it's not a theory. It's just that I just figured out by myself, which I'm sure somebody else has, that if you multiply, if you want to divide something.
Whoa. Why are you disclaiming? Why did you say why? You were
Because
so
I don't wanna
confident and
sound
then
like
now
I'm-
you why?
No, I don't want to sound like I'm the inventor of it, but all I'm saying
gosh.
is I discovered that if you want to divide something by 5 and look really smart, all you need to do is multiply that number by 2 and then divide by 10 and you're there.
Okay, so let's do a demo. Let's do a demo for the people on this music podcast. We're doing math,
just ask,
obviously.
but just ask me a question between 1 to 100, so it's not like
1 to 100. We're going to go with 87.
87 is such a weird number, but that would be 174 divided by 10, so 17.4. Look at me, bro. Shining on the podcast.
Divide by 5 would be 17.4?
Yeah.
I don't believe you, bro. Let me pull up a calculator.
Do the math. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
I don't believe
If I'm
you.
wrong on the podcast, that'll be even more funny.
That would be great.
Extra content for us. Just do 17.4 times 5.
By
It should
5
be. It should be.
Is... What did I say? 80?
7.
87. Oh, my bad. I thought I got you there. Okay, all right. Okay.
See,
Okay.
it's easy. It makes you look like a genius, but actually what you're doing is easy.
You're making it easier for yourself. All right. We are definitely alienating every single person who had trauma from math in high school. So can we move on swiftly to whatever we're moving on?
Oh my God.
Please?
People
Thanks.
with the podcast, people listening to this are like, what
are these guys talking about?
Geeks.
Why are we?
We're massive geeks. Okay, so listen, we could get into the news. I guess one of the biggest things that's happened this week, it's huge. Nobody can go without talking about this, you know. And I'm sure the knitting industry is in a daze because threads.
Let's actually start from last week. So we could build it up from last week. So last week, Afam was indignant.
Oh, yes.
Was completely, absolutely flabbergasted at Elon Musk's audacity. And so what Elon did is he limited tweets because they don't have enough space for servers and
because they're poor,
paying
they're
Google.
broke, they're brokies.
Because they're broke. So Elon decides he's going to make a big change, right? And of course, Mr. Zuck, his arch enemy. By the way, I really like what's going on with the whole fight thing. I doubt the billionaires are going to get into the ring and fight, but it's a really good narrative that they're running.
My
with.
money's on Zuckerberg. See,
Why?
that guy does like what is it? Not Muay Thai. He does one of those like fighting sports.
Does he? Okay. Then if he does, then my money, because we all know Elon probably doesn't. Nah, Elon.
Have you seen Elon's posture?
Bro,
Like Elon just need to kick his knees and
relax.
buckle.
Calm down.
For
Calm
real.
down. Stop,
I swear.
Stop.
Yeah, listen, I can't believe I'd be siding with Zuck in 2000. Although
I'm not, though.
Anyway.
I'm not on his side because I'm not on his side. But anyway, so Meta decided, all right, this is our perfect. I'm guessing they have been working on this for a while.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
So they decided, man, and I like that. I like that swift decision making where this is our perfect time. It might not be 100% perfect because we've looked at that Threads app and it just looks.
But this is the
It
perfect
looks like
time.
a child. What do you call it?
But it's not. It's just like, it reminds me of the very first days when we got Instagram, and people were just posting pictures of their food, the pictures of their shoes, or
their
pictures of their
dogs.
fits. Yeah, and it was so raw.
Sky.
And
There's so
just
many
like
sky pictures. Like, how
unmanufactured.
many more clouds could I
Yeah.
possibly see this week?
Yeah, and that's fire. Like, it was just a very innocent time in social media history. And I
Threads
feel
looks like a baby app.
it does, but like I feel like Threads is bringing back that feeling of
Oh wait, we jumped into it
how
without even
social media
introducing
used
it.
to be.
So what do you call it? So the app that Meta introduced is called Threads, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
The people
and it's a
listening to
clone.
this will probably know that what Threads is.
I'm catering.
so it's-
I'm catering to the one person who doesn't know.
Or maybe you're catering to the future people who might be listening to this podcast and just find it interesting that we're talking about Threads being incepted now. Like, but for them,
Okay.
it's just like, wow, Threads has
Now
been
you're
there
doing
for
the
like
science.
50
Now
years.
you're doing the education.
Oh, sorry.
Now you are. So Threads is basically a clone of, and there's been a whole bunch of apps that use that same Twitter format of, what's the format?
But
Anyway,
but that's
yeah.
that's what Zuck does, bro. Zuck is trying to
Zuck.
be big Zuck. He's
Zuck.
That sounds so sus. He's trying to like be like Thanos with all the Infinity Stones, bro. Like with he's trying to first of all own all of the social medias. Like
Which is smart.
obviously they have Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and then dude has with Instagram like they whenever something new crops up,
On
Snapchat,
another- yeah.
boom,
He took
Instagram
Snapchat.
have stories, DMs, TikTok, Instagram have reels. Creating the whole shopping,
Which is not his fault
experience you
though,
can
because that's how you move
It's
forward.
not.
Is you innovate.
That's how you move. But so I feel like it's just like anything that's hot. Actually, have they taken the what was it called, the audio, the one that Clubhouse have Instagram copied
Instagram,
Clubhouse?
no. I feel like that would be difficult for Instagram. Well, I mean, we tend to do
Meta
that
has Meta copied
with
Clubhouse.
live though. They sort of incorporated that into their live where you can just, but then you can't do it. No, they haven't. Sorry, I'm wrong. They haven't.
I
That
don't
would
know
be
if they
difficult.
copied Clubhouse. Maybe they just didn't see enough value in Clubhouse.
Yeah.
But it's a smart way to move. But anyway, well, some people might see it as problematic because it's like you're the big whale and you're just taking all the small fish's ideas, which might not be the best thing. But it's the world of corporate America. I think Threads is good competition for Elon. Me personally, I love Twitter, but he's really taking it down. And I feel like without this competition, he wouldn't I think this will make him want to make Twitter better.
Yeah.
Just because of the fear of having us all migrate to Threads. So I think ultimately this might be beneficial
But
for
for
all
him,
of us who like
he's
social media.
yeah, but he's already declared Twitter a bad investment, like already. So is it smarter
Then
in
see,
the
we
long
move.
in
Then
the
we'll move.
long? Maybe he's doing this on purpose. Is it smarter for him in the long run to just abandon Twitter and cut his losses and move on?
It's fine. We
or-
have Threads now, so it's go away then.
The billionaires
Bye.
don't
See
care
you.
about us. Come on, one inch.
Actually, the person who's losing here is Elon. He spent 44 billion, so it's fine. We have Threads now.
Yeah. But now let's talk about. I don't know if you've seen. I don't know whether they're real or not. But have you seen some of those the terms of?
Oh, they are real. If you try and delete
Bro,
your Threads
bro,
app, you have
bro,
to delete your Instagram.
That's
But
nasty.
listen, Okay, may I have
Zuck
a
is
bad?
nasty.
Maybe this is not a bad. Maybe this isn't a good outlook. So I've seen a lot of people are like iffy. They're like, "Oh, I'm not like. Oh, you all are downloading threads. Me, I'll wait for you guys to make the mistakes, and then I'll maybe I'll make the decision." Me personally, I'm in it. Listen, first of all these guys have all my data, Sam. They've been
And
collecting my data.
whoever who tweeted
since I
that,
was a kid.
the app you're using to tweet that, you've already made mistakes on that app. Promise they own you already.
Sam,
So it doesn't matter.
These guys, and this is a very pessimistic way to look at things, but I've been on social media because I'm a millennial. I've been on social media since like the late, since the early 2010s. Let's just put it like that. They have all my data from like 15 years, 13 years.
They know you already.
Meta has. They still collect my, like, what am I scared of at this point? I'm on TikTok, Sam. China has my data, bro. They have my data, Sam. I've been on TikTok for like since like 2020, since COVID. My data is out there. So it's just like, I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna be like, oh no, threads, no. Listen, even if I don't go on threads, Meta have all my data anyways. It's like, why am I pretending?
I wonder
here?
why we got to a place in society where we have to leverage a community for data and for privacy. Like, it's weird. It's a weird thing where, like, in order for us to feel like we're in more of a community, we have our Twitter community, we have our Instagram community, our privacy is completely gone, both in the front end and the back end. I guess that's what happens when you use technology as your medium for interacting with people.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
true.
if I'm making sense. I'm making sense in my head. Anyway.
No, you are. But yeah, I mean, I guess the reason why we also wanted to talk about threads is because, like, this offers, obviously, now to tie it back to music, this offers like an opportunity because, like I said, this feels like the beginning of like Instagram, when everything was growing, everything was new, everything was fresh. You know, there weren't all these, you didn't have to do ads. There weren't all the, like, everyone was just figuring it out. And I think now is a perfect time for small artists and brands
to take advantage of the purity,
growth,
the pureness
period, or whatever it's called. Yeah, and just like go in. So like, if you're a smaller artist, producer, just entrepreneur in general, like, this is a nice time to position yourself properly to like really thrive off of what threads can be and market yourself appropriately, you know? Because right now, like, the silly ideas are working. Like, you could just do, like, you could find a big, I don't even know, because I'm not social media savvy. Like, I shouldn't. I had to stop myself. But anyway, like, you can literally find a bigger account, comment under it, and comment something funny under it, and just because of that, more people will see you, which might be more difficult to do in Instagram now, because on Instagram and Twitter, flooded. You're fighting with bots. Exactly. You're fighting with so many different things.
Every single person on Instagram who has made $5,600 from just staying at home. Yeah, it's crazy.
So if you're a small artist, just an artist coming up, man, like, take this opportunity and run with it, man. Like, run with it, because it's not gonna last for long. They're gonna start to try and monetize the platform, and then there'll be ads, and then there'll be this and that, and then it'll just become another social media platform where
eventually, it will. Yeah, if it lasts, because its success, I think, depends. Its success depends on Twitter, honestly. I feel like as much as people are against Twitter, if it comes back up and it's people are going to go back, just because there's years there. It's already established. We are not going to support Zuckerberg in his quest in year 50 when we've been with Twitter since year 1. So we'll see. It's interesting.
You see, the thing is, people hate Elon. That's the thing. People also dislike Mr. Zuck, but I feel like the hate for Elon is bigger.
Yeah, they hate Elon because of what he's doing with Twitter. We dislike Zuckerberg because of what he's done with Facebook, Instagram, Meta, and there's just so much more to dislike.
Famous elections of 2000
when was it? There's just so much more to dislike. People just hate Elon. I think a majority of people hate him just because it's it's controversial, but I feel like it's in to hate him because you don't like one.
Are you an Elon fan, Sam?
I'm not. I don't care about him that much to give him that much importance. I think I like his openness on social media. How open he is, because billionaires are usually very people with a lot of money are usually very kept to themselves. But he doesn't care. He's like a high schooler going under comments insulting people, and
I think
it's funny.
He's just dumb. It's not funny to me. He's dumb.
You're not rocking with Elon. All right. Well, that was that.
He's dumb. The only time I liked Elon a little bit was Dogecoin days. And even then, we still all got fucked over. But that's a story for another day.
Wow.
So Threads. Yeah, Threads is going to be huge, I think. So yeah, man, big things. So in other news, I guess, so last week we had Maya on the podcast. Sam, I'm sure you are aware. Actually, you were present for that. And yeah, so there was a brief segment where we talked about brands and branding.
Yeah.
And now we have like a real life example of how your brand could really like influence like your career and everything. So Mr. Major, he got a deal, Sam. He got a deal with Captain Morgan. And so I'm just reading here. As he gears up, and this was interesting. I didn't know Major didn't have an album. Anyway,
he doesn't have an album out.
Here it says
since his first days.
As Major gears up to release his first ever album.
Whoa. Okay, wait. Let's just pause there. Let's pause there. This guy has been around.
There's a lot to talk about.
He's been around since how long?
But you see, it actually kind of makes sense. Do you know why? Because of our Kenyan consumption habits of music.
Yeah.
It's proof that the average Kenyan doesn't listen to albums like that, and there's really no need to push to make an album for a market that doesn't prioritize albums like that.
Yeah, I mean, what do you call it? Spotify and everything is pretty new here, so, and people didn't used to buy. I mean, we don't buy CDs like that. So the only place you listen to music is on the radio. And radio is not giving.
Nope.
So that makes sense. So he doesn't have an album.
It actually does make sense. That's interesting, yeah? But even you think about like now even bigger names and you look at their Discog and it's like they only have like one album and you're like, only one after 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know.
Dang, now I actually want to go on a deep dive and see all our
and see all these these OGs and see how many albums they have. But anyway, so it says his hard work and trademark look has bagged him a lucrative deal with the rum brand Captain Morgan. The partnership with Kenyan Genge sensation will see him serve as the lead influencer for the brand. For 8 months, Major will actively engage in Captain Morgan events and passionately communicate the brand's essence through his influential social channels. Do I need to read the statements from these guys? Okay, I can read this statement. So this is from Kennedy Mutula, who is marketing manager spirits from East Africa Breweries. He says, "We are excited about this partnership. We believe that by associating with Major, we will appeal to more people to unapologetically express themselves, since his values are in line with our values as a brand. We know he has what it takes to take the brand, i.e. drinking a lot, anyway, to take the next level as he is relatable and connects with the target consumers."
I don't know why you're laughing, but let me tell you why I'm laughing. I love how brands, they love to make things sound, and I'm not knocking them, but it's just funny how brands try to make what they're doing, they try to give him, and I guess that's what branding is. Give what you're doing. Bro, you're selling alcohol. Like, people are going to get drunk on Friday night. Why on earth are you talking about values and apologetically express themselves?
But that's how you sell shit, bro. That's how you sell things.
It's ridiculous, is what it is. It's crazy.
Because it's just like how, like it's like how with all these pharmaceutical companies, right? They'll make an ad for their medication, right? And then in the advert, you'll barely see the drug itself or the effects the drugs have.
They turn
What
it
you'll
into
see
a
is like
whole
a happy,
boohoo
you'll see like
story.
a happy family, and then you'll see like the mother carrying the child and she's smiling. And now what you're supposed to infer from that is that she's smiling because of the health benefits from whatever.
Yeah.
So it's how to I guess that's
you
how
marketing
to sell
companies.
stuff.
We're
on to you guys.
All of you guys are just promoting alcohol. But for Major, I guess it makes a lot of sense because that's his message in music is just enjoying life and being stupid with decisions and the girls that have screwed him over. And
one funny thing. So this is really about like one funny thing I realized just being in a little bit of a corporate space is whenever they have these like statements from like now Kennedy Mutula. I'm sure he did not say any of this. I'm sure this was typed up by someone, an intern somewhere. Like what would be a good thing?
Shout out to all the interns around keeping these companies running. I
swear, bro, Sam. For me, it was the biggest. Like, usually whenever I used to read articles, I was like, oh yeah, that's actually what they said. It was probably like a press conference, and then somebody like,
no,
it's not. Like this is they somebody typed this up. And probably not even him, and then pitched it to him, and he was like, I would, that's good. And then it's now what we're reading. Anyway, I don't know. That's just interesting for me. But man. So we were talking about brands and how to position yourself with Maya, and like this is a perfect example, like a real life example. You see, like Major has always just been true to himself. He's always carrying a tumbler in his videos. He looks low-key faded, high-key faded in his videos, or even when you see him like performing or in interviews, he's always just Major.
He's a cool guy though.
And
I had the opportunity of
he's a cool guy.
Like being with him, recording him at some point. He doesn't seem like that. Like he's very chill. He's not like his persona when he's when he's actually working, I think. But
he's himself. It's so you can
he's unapologetically himself.
Yeah. He's not trying to be anything more than what he is, right? And that's the perfect thing. Like if you're an artist, man, like what you need to do, and I think this is so key. And Maya said this: don't try and be something just so that you can get these brand deals. Be the ultimate version of yourself.
Yeah.
And then from there you'll be able to figure out what brands and whatever, and they might even come to you.
True. It's like tying it, not tying it, but then making a very stretchy link. It's the difference between doing what Threads is doing or starting like a new novel social media idea where it's you're just they're offering something. Of course, there's nothing new under the sun, right? But then you're offering something new into the space, or you're just literally going over and glancing at Elon's notes and copying exactly what he did. It's not actually Elon's notes. We keep forgetting that Twitter is not Elon Musk. He just showed up last year or this year. Anyway, so
but they're suing them. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's interesting. There should be there's a lot of the brands that people usually go for, it's like almost this. It's like makeup brands. It's alcohol. It's
Sam. That was my next point.
Yeah,
I feel like can we please like other brands
diversify
in this country? Yeah. Can it always not be alcohol for music? Can we try and like have just something different, like a different brand invest in music other than
a different type of product?
Yeah,
because what we do right now, we do alcohol, we do what do you call it? Technology. So phones. Actually, it's just mostly phones. It's not technology. It's phones.
I mean, Kahush had the fresh thing with.
Yeah. Before people used to do Colgate and all them.
That was interesting as well.
that's actually pretty interesting. And then a lot of makeup and lifestyle stuff. But there's nothing else. It has to a lot of. I mean, if you're repping Pampers, right, as an artist. How does your music benefit from that? There's not much link.
I'm the shit, bro.
All right, what else, man? What else do you have to talk about? That was so lame. Oh gosh. Yikes. Shout out to Major, man.
Shout out to Major, man. Keeps on winning, man. He's really, honestly, one of my favorite artists.
I'm looking forward to the album too. I want to see how he's going to put that together. We know what his singles sound like. I want to see what they sound like in a body of work.
Yeah. As a body of work, it will be interesting. This guy just makes hits.
And how far back he's going to reach into his catalog.
Oh, no. Actually, Sam, now that you say that, I think him in an album would be sick because of his storytelling. I think he'll have like an overarching story. I think he'll do all that. Like I feel like everything will just make sense sequentially. Like I think so. I hope he's the best storyteller.
I hope he has like creative people around him directing. A lot of these artists don't have creative teams. I realized a lot of them just have teams that help them make money. And we see it reflected in the music. That's a very specific
observation, Sam. But anyway, yeah, you were saying?
You relax. Let's not have to edit things out, please. No, but you can see that a lot of artists, they don't have... No, you know what? It's fine. I'd say it. And it's not just an observation about one artist. I think you can see it around. They don't have a lot of creative people around them who are helping them direct their creativity. So the album art comes out looking one sort of way. It looks half-baked. The music is almost like just hastily put together. It doesn't have like a common theme. And not theme as in all the songs are talking about the same thing, but then there's like cohesion. So that's one thing I think we could benefit from in this industry is having a creative team around you that helps you decide some of these things, that have knowledge about what's going on in the culture, have knowledge about the history of the current industry you're in and the industries you're looking to get into, and helps you curate your art to sort of, to brand yourself, we could say, for these industries and for the different platforms you're looking for. So I do hope that he has that behind him, honestly. That'd be cool.
I'm pretty sure.
Don't just give us a bunch of singles, Major, please. We beg you.
Like just a bunch of singles mashed together.
Nah, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay, so in other news, I guess there were actually not too much in the news this week, but Willy Paul and Khaligraph had a back and forth.
Oh gosh.
Because apparently Willy Paul branded Khaligraph a cartel over him being selected for Coke Studios together with Nikita Kering. And so apparently Willy Paul asked, what criteria does Coke Studio use to pick musicians? Because for the longest time, I've been topping their surveys. Or is it another cartel-based system? Question mark.
So basically,
that's his question.
Everyone look at me. I'm trying to... Okay. I need attention.
But this is the interesting thing. Khaligraph responded and says... This is very spicy. The cartel you're referring to is called Kali Cartel, and I am the chairman. Send your CV, after reviewing it, I might consider you maybe in 2030.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't tell another artist to send your CV, especially if he's in a completely different genre than you are.
That's so fucking disrespectful.
That's crazy.
I love
Send your CV.
I love it.
I like the spice
I love
though.
the disrespect.
But why is Willy Paul talking about this? For the longest time, I've been topping their surveys. Or can we see that data? And I'm not hating on him. It's just that people like to talk. Honestly, we do like to talk. So it's like, and is what you're doing. See, that's the thing. Is Coke Studio, is your style of music what Coke Studio is looking for? If it's not what they're looking for, your spice doesn't matter whether they've been number one for 20 years.
I think obviously Willy Paul might be salty because he feels like he needs.
Yeah, because he's been trying for a long time to get on. Not trying, but then he feels like he should have been on Coke Studio a long time ago.
There could be a bag attached to it. Maybe the exposure could also, give you the opportunity to make a bag as well. So there's many reasons why he would feel
exactly. But I mean, that's the thing. If that's not what they are looking for, and Coke Studio I feel like it was down for a while. We didn't hear about it for a while, but it looks like it's coming back. Listen, Willy, Mr. Paul,
I can't believe you've just called him Willy.
Yeah, relax, man. Relax.
Okay,
William.
No, let's.
William Paul.
We're addressing you, Willy. Yeah, Sam,
William Paul.
You're saying?
maybe try again next year. I don't know if or next season, whatever the next season is. Just try again. If Coke Studio is not looking for your style of music, Coke Studio is not going to call you up. They don't do things out of sympathy. There's a lot of money attached to it. So sorry, sir.
Or he could also just send his CV.
You can send your CV to Khaligraph's email address. And yeah, like he said, he might consider you not this year though, 2030.
2030.
Yeah, so you might have to wait 2030.
Vision
Maybe by then
2030.
you'll be doing the type of music Coke Studio. Yo, can we cut this out?
No, we're not cutting
This is so
this.
bad. Okay, can we move on, please?
Let's move on. Let's move on.
'cause
So in
it's
other
getting spicy.
news that's more uplifting, Mr. Colonel Mustafa. I wonder if there's a Kenyan in this world who has ever called him Colonel Mustafa. Colonel.
No.
Anyway.
It's Colonel. Colonel.
Mr. Colonel Mustafa. Colonel. Well, his mother receives sponsorship for cancer treatment, which by the way,
Hey.
that's really something.
Does this mean he can get out of the
know.
Mjengo and get back into the studio?
Hopefully. So it says renowned rapper Colonel Mustafa has expressed his gratitude after
That's nice.
HCGCCK Cancer Center offered to contribute towards his mother's treatment. In an interview, Colonel Mustafa said he was surprised by the overwhelming response to his public plea for assistance, while also thanking all those who have supported him during this difficult time. And honestly, man, I'm really happy for him, bro. Because, man, when the pictures came out and then we had the story and just the whole thing, and it's his mom. We all have moms. We know how attached to our moms we all are. It's a heart-wrenching situation to be in, and I'm glad that his appeal was listened to and people contributed to the cause. So listen, shout out to Colonel
Clearly, Afam is a
Mustafa.
mama's boy. Clearly.
I am a mama's boy. That's true.
And there's nothing
And
wrong
listen,
with that at all.
There isn't. I don't know why the tone in your voice is just very suspicious, Sam. It's very suspicious. But I will take the high ground as I usually do.
Making you still sound better.
Shout
Anyway,
to
shout out to Colonel. Happy, thanks to the fans. But I'm thanking
shout out to the fans.
him on your behalf. Thanking you on his behalf. Well, he's already thanked you.
And
Martin, thanks.
hopefully with this treatment she does get better. Cancer is a bitch, man. So
And the music industry. Hey, artists shouldn't have to be okay. Well, partly depends on how they use their money, but they shouldn't have to be in this position. Honestly, it's not all your fault, but it's some your fault.
The industry is fucked. You know what I mean?
I know.
should
Yes, I
have
know what you
systems
mean.
in place.
Can I say what you mean on air?
No, you can't. Anyway, moving along very swiftly, very, very swiftly.
Yo, why are you trying to limit our reach? Why are you trying to?
No. Listen, we are moving on swiftly. Speaking of Swift, Taylor Swift released new music, but not just Taylor Swift.
Everyone
Kenyans
else
released music.
Oh my god!
Wait, but speaking of Taylor Swift,
this guy needs an
I found
award.
myself in a very compromising situation. Where, well, not compromising, but just a situation where she's going on tour and she's gonna have Paramore. And if you know me, I'm a huge Paramore fan.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, if I was in a position where I was in the States and I'd want to go, I'd have to go see Taylor Swift so I can see Paramore, which is just so funny. It's so conflicting because I would never listen to Taylor Swift music usually.
You don't listen to Taylor Swift?
But you might.
Oh, come on, bro. You're not a Swiftie?
Well, only the hits. Only the hits. Only the hits that get to radio, but I'm not a Swiftie, unfortunately. But anyway, speaking of music, I feel like let's talk about the big one, Sam. Let's start with the big one. There's something huge that dropped this week. Huge, bigger than everything else.
Who?
Sam.
Party Next Door came out of the woodworks?
No, he didn't. And I feel like we have to pause that a little bit. But no, he did not. Sam, we have something huge that dropped. Did you listen to the album by a man called Kahush?
No man called Kahush. Why are you hyping that thing up? What if people are not hyped like that for it? What if you're the one
See,
who's
that's
that hyped?
people. Me, I'm talking about me. This is how.
Oh, okay.
Me, this is how-
Okay. Then you disclaim that you're speaking for yourself and you do not speak for the 30% podcast hosted by Sam and Afam
What?
and
I
everyone
speak
else.
for 50% of the 30% podcast. So anyway, Kahu, so this is the big one.
Mr.
Was the big one I was referring to. Kahush released his album, Uptown Chokoraa.
Uptown Chokoraa. First off, let me just say I actually like that album title.
It's an interesting title. It's just because of the, what do you call that? Oxymoron? Is it an oxymoron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's, I like it. I like the play on words.
So Kahush
artwork,
dropped.
I'm not really a fan. I'm not really a fan of the artwork. It just feels like
He's had better.
outside.
His previous two album artwork.
Right.
They say artwork or artworks. Album art have been really good. Honestly, they've been some of the best to have come out of in terms of.
No, to be honest, I didn't. Me, I wasn't a huge fan of the if we do not give up artwork. But I think the other one was really
Wanted
good.
in Nairobi. That
one is
that's
really
fire.
good. That's a really good.
Yeah,
cover.
this one is. This one is all right. This one is kind of.
This one, it just looks like he's outside.
It's just a photo.
And like, there's no color grading. There's nothing. It's just a picture that was taken outside, which is.
Yeah. Anyway, the album is 29 minutes long. 10 songs, 29 minutes long. That's ridiculous to me.
Perfect time.
10 songs and only 29 minutes. That's poof.
Sam, I pray for all artists to make short albums like this. It just works for me personally.
Oh man, yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's we've seen. We heard, what are the singles? So he released Glock in the Lap.
Which, Sam, I can't lie.
Okay.
It has grown on me. It has grown on me.
Oh no!
I actually enjoy listening to Glock in the Lap.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Did he drop any other? Or was it just that one?
Singles. No, he just dropped Glock in the Lap. So for me personally, I liked the transitions. I feel like he put some effort. He tried to do transitions. It's more story driven. And then there's the guy in the background talking between songs or at the end of songs, and then there's it's like a Siri or whatever talking. Like I fuck with like the creativity there. It looks like he had, I think 19, I might be wrong, but I think 19 executive produced this album, but that might be a wrong statement. But I feel like it was executive produced by someone. Someone sat down and was
put together.
This is how
put
we
it together. Yeah.
My favorite songs were Sue Me with Kahush and Korbs, Glock in the Lap, and I actually didn't mind Chama, produced by Cap. Last song, The Feeling, Jerry with the vocals there. I liked a portion of this album. Skeletons in the Closet wasn't a bad listen as well.
I like Skeletons in the Closet. I like it's a very somber message. I think there's a message to it, and his attempt to get into the mood of the message was, because Kahush is known to be a very contrary to, and you guys have hated on me for this, so it's fine. I don't care. But I like the way he raps. So, yeah, his rapping is very.
It's like he's talking.
Yes, it's very unique to him. Like he's just being. He's like the definition of being himself on the microphone. I've never met him. You have. Is he like? Is he like this when he's?
Much.
Is it similar?
Pretty much the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, so I enjoy his album, his listens. A lot of time, I don't think it's something I would necessarily go back to and listen, but I definitely enjoy it on the first listen because it's very. He has what Boutros on here.
I'm not gonna lie. I might listen to Glock in the Lap again. Like I might go back to that song.
Glock in the Lap.
But yeah, man.
I was talking about the features. Sorry. So he has. You talked about Jerry. He has Breeder LW on there. Nessie, Korb, Boutros. Maybe some hidden ones, obviously, because.
And Jerry's on, as well. For me, I think the best feature was with Korbs. The Boutros one was okay. It didn't really stick with me. The Nessie one, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know. I feel like for me, it was my least favorite of the features.
Butchers is becoming like a huge feature artist now. Like a lot of people are trying to get him on songs, and I feel like he has a very big opportunity to.
After Angela, bro, Butchers is Mr. Angela now, man.
Yeah.
Come on, you want a piece of that, Sam? You don't want a piece of that?
No.
You don't want a piece of that?
I actually do not want a piece of that. I'm
You
cool.
don't want a piece of that?
I'm cool
Butcher's
of a
cake?
piece of that.
I need to pause that. Anyway.
Yeah, but I was saying, I feel like he has oh gosh, he has an opportunity to solidify himself and use, because his albums don't really like but
what he needs is I no, actually he needs to do what he's already been doing. Just put out.
He needs to go crazy like Lil Wayne in the
visuals.
2010s, like just obliterate everything.
Wait, are you talking about Butchers or are you talking about Kahush?
Butchers, sorry.
Oh, wait.
I'm talking about him
say
because
that,
he's doing a lot of features.
Again,
he needs to go crazy like Lil Wayne in when was it, 2010? How early 2010s, like how Lil Wayne was just killing everything. He needs to do that. Because if you slack on this and your albums are not necessarily, you can't all the time rely on hits. You can't rely on hits all the time to push you. And his last 2 releases have been okay, but left a little bit wanting. So in terms of the features on there. So anyways, back to Kahush.
Yeah, back to Kahush. I was gonna say, man, this actually, I think the streets fuck with him because, like, I was just chilling at home, and all of a sudden, and this was in the morning, I'm hearing my neighbors like blasting this.
They're waking up to play
I'm
Kahush.
like, bro, yeah, you guys are waking up to play Kahush. I'm like, what?
Oh man!
I woke up, I was like so confused. I was like, are we really doing this? So yeah, I guess the streets like
Mr. Kilimani. Yeah, definitely a Kilimani boy. Definitely. If you're a rapper, you'd be a Kilimani rapper for sure. For
you
sure.
Think so? Maybe. Probably. Yeah. And to be fair, I did grow up in Kilimani for a few years.
Yeah. These are your people.
But anyway, moving. Those are my people.
These are your people.
Yeah, Korbs. I was surprised Sabiwu wasn't on this project. But moving on, what else did you listen to that was released this week?
Let me see. I really like the remix. Okay, I don't want to go in order. I really like the remix that Coco M did. I've been sort of following her a bit.
Cocom.
No. No.
Sorry, just ignore
Not
me.
that. Uh-huh. Yeah, so Aaron and the Jerry band, I'm not sure where they're from. I know they're not from here.
Jerry sounds West African.
Oh gosh, no. So anyway, I don't. Oh, he's from New Zealand. Like Spotify says it is. That's interesting. So anyway, she did a remix of his song or their song. I don't know if it's a band or it's one person. Sunugal. I really like that. I think that was cool. She put a nice. It's Afro house, but it's an interesting Afro house spin. She's doing well. She has a lot of shows. Like she plays outside of the country and stuff. So yeah, she's doing well. I'm rocking with that.
Shout out to Coco M.
Yep. Big shout out. Let's see. Who else? Umoja Sounds and Aerial Ways released that. It's called Feel It. Did you listen to that?
One sound. Togetherness sounds.
Did you listen to it? Feel it? Putting you on the spot.
I did. I thought the girl who was singing, what's her name again?
Aerial Ways.
Yes, she was a bit off in some of the places, so it just kind of took me out of the music a little bit.
She's from Rwanda. I think she's 21. She's still young. She has time to develop.
Oh, okay. I didn't do my backstory.
You didn't do your
maybe I would have given her more. I would have given her more grace if I knew that.
Yeah.
So
you didn't do your
but it was cool. It was a cool listen.
Bien and Arista released their remix, or maybe Bien released it, of My Baby, with Franglish.
Sam, that's another song that has grown on me. Bro, when that song came out, I was like, I'm not kidding. It's grown on me.
Okay.
My baby never let me down. My baby never. It's actually you are the key to my heart.
On our recurring segment of Afam sings the hits.
Badly.
Afam sings the hits horribly. Yeah.
It's not grown on you. Me, it's really grown on me.
No, it hasn't.
I actually like it.
For me, it's the production. I think if the production is not like forward,
producer beef.
This is producer beef. Maybe it is. We never know. Ooh.
So you didn't like his case.
So yeah, I mean, the production is not really honestly going to grow on me as much because it's the canvas, the music, is not like to taste.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
But it's a good song. I mean, people really liked it, so my opinion doesn't really matter that much, does it?
No, it does. It does. Your opinion matters. It does.
Yeah, maybe it does.
I'm here to reassure you of that.
Thank you so much, bro. Oh man, brotherly love on here. Flyer released music. He released some new music. Vijana Wanataka Kazi.
He's so real for that because
we definitely do.
For real.
We want work. Yo, president, if you're listening, we want work. We need work.
You know what? Like Flyer speaks for the people, and
he does.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
I really like. Yeah, I mean, I sing his praises too much, but I feel like once he gets into his stride. Maybe he's in a stride now, but once he gets into like when artists like hit the sweet spot, he could really speak for a generation. So yeah. What else? What else did you listen to?
Wimbo Wetu, Ethan Muziki, pretty much what you expect from Ethan. Dope. Mzigo, Wangeshi, and B-Boys. Cool listen. And then moving from that one, we have Die by Masauti and Dufia. Oh wait, actually, let me not speed past. Did you like or did you listen to the song with B-Boys and Wangeshi? There was also a video.
I listened to it. I didn't get through the end, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my kind of music, so I should have listened to the whole thing though.
Yeah. Okay.
But well, maybe I'll go back to it. I'll definitely go back to it and see.
That's fair. And then I think the last one I listened to this week was Overdose by Kim Life. Kim Life has been really putting in the work. And, shout out to him, man.
Yeah, Kim Life, man. He needs to, I mean, not say what he needs to, but then he's working and putting out music. He could be, he really could go somewhere
Kim Life
with
is
this type of
definitely
music.
somebody to look for the future.
Sure.
Look at for the future. But Sam, I'm thinking, I never thought I'd be saying this, but I'm thinking we should play kahush. I think we should play kahush for the end of the podcast. And for
I'm
me,
with it, man. I like kahush. I'm rocking
for
with
me,
it. Yeah.
it's between Chama or Sumi. I don't know. So I'm thinking maybe we could play Sumi. Let's play Sumi.
Sumi.
Here is Sumi.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Here's Sumi by Mr. Kahush and Mr. Korb.
Produced by
1999. Unataka white gold, dress you up a bit. Taka moon rocks, get you juice for the licks. I will assume not in context of this. Sambaza love, but I'm gone and I quit. Bizzo said 5 tapes, 6 1 nuts. Nachapa doobie, she said it's enough. Nachapa kiru, she can't get enough. Could dance Kama Jackson, this shit is no bluff. Yeah, 19 he passed me the beat and I'm dribbling. Feel like that nigga 19, hapa different. 100% nothing past me. 100% to our panty. Seductive, I can't let you close Kama Ross. Kushika newspaper, is that me? My team is green and red. My dream is cheese and head. Yeah, my G2 may people are fed. Yeah, see only compete, leave them dead. Yeah, another one switched out. Talk at a uni but wasn't in uni. Precisely it I picked up. Manzi go crazy, could talk on the FaceTime. So it's another day bricked up. Kumbe ni chumvi. Since Nico, maisha a movie. Brother ni trap, no booby. Kuna problem, so me. Kuna beef, so me. You're upset, gang ni pest, so me. My God. Kumbe ni chumvi. Since Nico, maisha a movie. Brother ni trap, no booby. Kuna problem, so me. Kuna beef, so me. You're upset, gang ni pest, so me.
Yeah, fika and spend on my chums. Ni watching, I'm feeling a fool. Ni watching, I'm feeling alive. I crush up a bean and put it in juice. This life would be more than a series of action. Shit is a movie. We taking this way so seriously. Why? Cause up how we do this. Plug when he called, Najula who called, kusema tu bro na kumiss. I bought all the stock, I bought all the crops, and then I went gold on my wrist. And then I went gold on my songs. I'm tryna go gold on my bitch. They copy the vibes, but coming along, so Yanni is wording my kids. The look on point, the look who right. So sue me for drip or sue me for style. Sue me by day or sue me at night. Back at the spot, ain't been in a while. Yanni sue me. Might it be the reason that you're dancing? Cause I'm groovy. Sikulombo told me ni mekata kali kumi.
Kumbe ni chumvi. Sis niko, maisha ya movie. Brother ni trap, no booby. Kuna problem, sue me. Kuna beef, sue me. You're upset, sue me. Gang ni pest, sue me. My God. Kumbe ni chumvi. Sis niko, maisha ya movie. Brother ni trap, no booby. Kuna problem, sue me. Kuna beef, sue me. You're upset, sue me. Gang ni pest, sue me.
Yo, so that was Sue Me by Kahush and Korbs, produced by 19. Bro, 19's beats are fucking hard. Pause. But like, yeah, man. They came through with that one. Bro, that was such a huge pause. Sam, that was the... How can I say that? Like, oh my... Anyway, I make it even more awkward. But yeah, bro, listen. Shout out to Kahush, Uptown Chokoraa.
Oh, man. You need help. You need help, seriously.
I do need help. I need help. I need help.
Stop pausing everything. When you pause everything, then that's when you make it awkward.
But
just
how can I
talking.
just say 19's beats are so hard and not
Imagine
that, bro?
you can say that because it's English. And those are the English words we use to describe it. It's just that the internet has made everything so... And don't get me started about the hypersexualization of every
problem,
single
Sam.
thing in the world.
I'm the problem. Is that what you're saying?
You are the problem.
Anyway, I'm blaming society. I'm blaming society and New York. But anyway,
I'm blaming society and New York.
And New York.
Like there's no pause anywhere else. All right.
Sam, that was Sue Me by Kahush and Korbs. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to that song as much as I did, because I quite enjoyed it.
Who do you think? And listen, who do you think intros better, me or Afam? No. You know what? No, don't answer this.
Do you know what?
Answer this.
No,
I need to do a few more first.
Let's do that
a
as
few
a
more
poll.
first.
We shall do that as a poll on.
We can't do it off the first, man. I need to do a few more first before we can see. I'm still ironing the kinks out, as they would say. The proverbial kinks. That word was difficult.
So while Sam works on his kinkiness,
you could follow us on everywhere. While Sam works on his kinkiness. Nah, see, now you're being flagrant. Can we leave, please? I'm done. I'm done with this.
Guys, listen, thank you guys so much. As always, you can find us at the 30% pod on everything. We are also on Threads now, so you can find us there.
Yes, we played in.
Yeah,
listen, we're selling our souls, just like everyone else.
We sold our soul.
Immediately, in fact, of the announcement, we sold our souls. We didn't even think about it.
We waited like 2 days. At least.
Okay, my bad.
We are a bit headstrong. But listen, guys, you can find us on there and everything. Thank you for the support as always. Thank you for the support on the interviews. You guys really go hard on those. So listen, guys, that was episode 31.
31.
I feel
for the books.
What? Yeah, for the books. Yeah, I feel like we're zooming through these podcasts, but honestly, it's fun. So.
And I don't like that because that means that time is really moving, and
that means
time just doesn't stop.
Bro, because I feel like we started this just the other day when I was a wee lad. But anyway, listen, we're here now. And we'll catch you on episode 32. Peace of Ruskies.
Peace of Ruskies. All right, man.